Platform ideas apply to many things, and what's important in my research is again to understand how platforms appear and how organizations, particularly companies, can manage their evolution, their structure, take advantage of them, bring benefits to users. Platforms don't just happen randomly in many cases. They can be managed. Extending this idea, we actually see things like, let's say, the internal combustion engine is a kind of a platform. It's become an open platform. No one company dominates the technology. But the kinds of network effects that we see around the internal combustion engine make it very difficult for an alternative technology to be used in the automotive industry. And this is again a very simple problem of network effects. A network effect is related to something like a chicken and an egg problem. So I spent some time with Nissan, for example, an IOP member, talking about their efforts to promote hydrogen fuel cells. The fuel cell would actually just power a simple electric motor, and we have some experience now with electric motors. But the real problem for hydrogen fuel cell adoption is that you don't have refueling stations. And by the way, I suggested it would be very easy to set up refueling stations at post offices. Every local neighborhood has a post office. That's one thing the post office could easily do. Tap into the gas lines, and actually you can make hydrogen from commercial gas. Or dealerships, auto dealerships could set up their own refueling station. So that's a way of breaking the chicken and the egg problem. Somebody has to make a first investment and subsidize one side of the platform market that will not naturally have a market. So sometimes the government can step in and subsidize, like they've stepped in and subsidized ethanol production to try to get that going, to reduce our dependency on gasoline. The government could also subsidize the creation of hydrogen refueling stations. But there's other ways to do it, such as leveraging the private sector or an agency like the post office. But a lot of the platform strategy ideas, again, this is notions of network effects. The other idea around platforms is something we call multi-homing, that to get a platform widely adopted, people cannot really have multiple platforms as their homes, because then you'll find usage fragmented across different kinds of platforms. And this is why we tend to gravitate towards a Windows PC rather than have 10 different standards that are incompatible. As long as there's compatibility or interoperability, it doesn't matter so much for platform adoption, but then the platform becomes some higher layer or some higher abstraction over different platforms. But we can't have too many incompatible technologies, let's say for transportation, because there won't be enough critical mass. So we do have to make some decisions going forward as to what should our next platform be, or how many platforms can we afford to simultaneously adopt and support as a country or as a planet, I suppose. And so a lot of these ideas, as I said, they may start with something like how Microsoft competes with Windows, but they really apply very broadly to whole technology networks and platforms for transportation and many other things.